Good morning, North Texas. It is the 16th day of June. We've got some special announcements today. If this is your first time joining us for the Fort Worth Roots morning show, we do this Monday through Thursday, releases to you by 9 a.m. across all social media and listening platforms. Guys, this is your first time on the stage here. Thanks for co-hosting this morning. Can you introduce yourself real quick?
Yeah, my name's John Reed. I own the Azle Music and Enrichment Academy here.
Will you pull that microphone, kind of tilt it up towards your mouth a little bit? There you go. Somewhere in there. Yeah.
Is that better?
Yeah, I think so. Got you cranked up. You know what? Let me get into these settings right here. We are doing a new thing. We are at the Azle Music Academy and Enrichment Center. Did I say that right?
Yeah.
And this is going to be the new home for the Fort Worth Roots morning show. I think I got you cranked up there now. Let's do one more sound check. I tell you what, let's start with introducing yourself, and we'll do that as the sound check.
Yeah, sounds good. My name's James Kingray. I'm a drum instructor here at Azle Music and Enrichment Center. But yeah, so excited to be on. If you guys didn't watch the Fort Worth Roots episode, the last episode of McFly's, we had Quarter King on, for who I drum for.
Great band.
Oh yeah, fun band.
Good episode.
Exactly. Yeah, that was a blast. So excited to do it again with you every morning.
Yeah. And if you guys don't know, we meet every Tuesday at McFly's Pub, 5 o'clock, to celebrate one of our local artists, creators, musicians. And then we have a microphone that goes around the room, and you guys are encouraged to jump on there. If you got a band, a brand, or anything to promote, we'll give you about a minute, maybe longer if there's... Lately, we've had a pretty good crowd, so it's probably going to be a minute. But anyway, come on out. McFly's Pub, Tuesday night, 5 o'clock, live podcast recording, live music, and it's a good way to promote, kick back, relax, have some fun. All right, National Day of... Today is Animal Rights Awareness Week, Diabetes Week. Who's the guy that I remember from my childhood days? I'm Walter Brimley, and I've got sugar diabetes.
Diabetes.
It's Learning Disability Week, Bloom's Day. I don't know what that is. I'm not seeing any of these I want to click on. Fresh Veggies Day. Okay, I think we're done with this. National Fudge Day. You like fudge? June 16th, that's your day. Go get some fudge.
Oh, wait a minute. It's Diabetes Day
and Fudge Day. What? All right. This day in history, 1911. Hold on. Go back. What was that? We're doing 1884. This day in history, 1884. And they've changed the format on this. It's not how this usually rolls. Your internet's different, man. It's not your internet. They did something different. Why are you doing this? 1884 was the first roller coaster. And for some reason, the internet doesn't want to share the story. Okay. Well, first roller coaster in America opens June 16th, 1884. And they've updated their terms of agreement in case you guys were interested in that. The first roller coaster in America opens at Coney Island in Brooklyn, New York, known as Switchback Railway. It was the brainchild of Lamarcus Thompson. Traveled approximately 6 miles per hour. And it cost a nickel to ride. The new entertainment was an instant success, and by the turn of the century, there were hundreds of roller coasters around the country. Coney Island, a name believed to have come from the Dutch Koijen Eiland, or Rabbit Island, is a tract of land along the Atlantic Ocean discovered by explorer Henry Hudson in 1609. Anyway, this ridiculous story continues, and you can find it at history.com. Okay, that's your this day in history story. Let's get into the news this morning. FortWorthReport.org. This story is by Drew Shaw. Protesters in downtown Fort Worth. We got to talk about this because it happened all over the country. I think they said 1,600 cities or something were participating in it. Anyway, let's let them tell the story. Cars honked, motors revved, crowds chanted, and drums beat across Burke Burnett Park for more than 3 hours, June 14th, and near 100-degree temperatures for the Fort Worth No Kings protest. The Fort Worth Police Department estimated 1,500 to 2,000 people gathered for the protest, which joined more than 1,800 such events being held in cities nationwide for a declared No King's Day. The national demonstration coincided with President Donald Trump's birthday and the administration's military parade. It was the Army's parade, right?
Yep.
Yeah, not military. In Washington, D.C., activists said they came to the rally because of a range of issues, most of which could be traced to a general feeling that Trump has overstepped his constitutional authority and is a threat to the country's democracy. Anyway, shout out to everybody that went to the protest here in Fort Worth. It doesn't look like we had any kind of issues. Everybody was doing their thing and making their voice heard, and I haven't heard about arrests getting made or anything. So I'm all for that. All right. And then we got Fort Worth, FWTX.com. The house Betsy built. Fort Worth unveils community center in her name. Opening June 28th, the Betsy Price Community Center blends recreation, art, and after-school activities at the city's growing northwest edge. Her decade in office, it's more than a decade, but okay, left a mark. Now Betsy Price's name marks a new Fort Worth landmark. On Saturday, June 28th, the city will cut the ribbon on the newly renamed Betsy Price Community Center, a sprawling public hub tucked into the fast-growing edge of northwest Fort Worth. It's got the bones of a classic rec center, fitness room, basketball gym, after-school programs, but it's also got public art, a culinary kitchen, circuit classes, and a name that speaks to a decade of civic swagger. Because if anyone knows how to make space for a community to grow, it's the woman who did it for the entire city. We've had Betsy Price on the show. You have to go way back in our catalog to check it out. It was a great recording, and glad to see she's still being active in the community. All right, and we got your good news story for the day, and then we're going to talk about this Azle Music Academy. You guys okay with that?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
GoodNewsNetwork.org. This story is by Good News Network. What a ripoff. Go to GoodNewsNetwork.org to get stories like this. We always finish up the day with good news stories. Shark skin coating for airliners may cut fuel use by 4%. Delta is testing on its 767 fleet. An Australian aviation startup has developed an adhesive film inspired by shark skin that reduces drag on aircraft due to its sandpaper-like texture. Sharks are covered in tiny dermal grooves, often called riblets, which help a shark swim faster using less energy. When such microscopic grooves are applied via adhesive film to the exterior of an aircraft, it can reduce drag by smoothing airflow. Sounds like it'd do the opposite, right?
All right. As above, so below, I guess.
There you go. All right. What do we got going on at Azle Music Academy this week?
Well, we got our second week of summer camps going on right now.
Excellent.
Summer camps are a big deal. These kiddos can come at 8 a.m. and stay almost all day. James here is teaching a Rad Rhythms camp today, and for the next 4 days. Mm-hmm. And he's teaching kids that have never sat behind a drum kit before how to be a drummer.
Excellent.
Oh, yeah. I've got all sorts of activities planned out. Going to be super fun. I think I'm throwing a pizza party on Thursday. I'm going full out in a costume. Maybe I'll wear it on the show.
Where are you getting your pizza from?
Oh, I'm broke, so Little Caesars. Yeah. But
listen, don't knock Little Caesars. They got good food.
Hey, pizza's pizza.
Is that the one that did the complete revamp? They totally redid their recipe, and
I think so.
It was either them or Domino's. I was listening to this story the other day.
I think both of them did.
I think so.
Yeah.
Little Caesars got me through some tough times, though. Shout out.
That $5 hot and ready.
Oh, yeah.
For me, it was Taco Bueno, man. They had these, I think, like 49-cent party burritos.
Mm-hmm.
That was my jam back in the day.
You get like a whole box of them. I think I snuck a whole box of those into a movie theater one time. I was like this big old bulge on my back.
You know this is like going to be distributed worldwide, right? I don't know if you should be talking about your criminal activities.
Allegedly, I snuck a box of party burritos.
What movie did you go see?
Oh, could be anything. Probably like. Yeah, I don't even know. I had a box of party burritos, so that had my attention.
Well, thank you guys for bringing us into the Azle Music Academy to do the Fort Worth Roots morning show. This is going to be a lot of fun. I'm really looking forward to see what we get into in the future. And we're going to try to keep these. I think another thing that we're going to try to really do is in the past we have really let the show go too long, like 35, 45 minutes. Sometimes it happens. Not very often. I think maybe the longest morning show episode is about 35 minutes.
There you go.
But we're going to try to keep them tight, concise, and to the point. And this location's perfect because we just moved the Fort Worth Roots studio into the woods about 12 minutes from here. So that works out.
Nice.
And I'll stop griping about my poison ivy probably by the end of the week, but it's been a wild couple of weeks.
Oh,
but
yeah.
Anyway, glad we got this fixed up. Where can people find information about Azle Music Academy?
You can go to www.theazleacademy.org.
Excellent.
That's our name. We do music and enrichment. And remember, it's the Academy. And you can sign up online. You can look at your instructors, like James is on there, all of our other instructors. You can see their bios, which one you think is going to fit with your kiddo. And you can sign up for a free trial. Come in and just visit us. We're a big family here, so you can come in and just say hi anytime and hang out with us. We'll probably have a puzzle to put together, or something to do for fun while your kiddo's back there learning to be an amazing musician.
Excellent. James, you got anything else?
John put it better than I could have. So yeah, I think that's about all.
That's great. All right, folks, Fort Worth Roots Morning Show is also here for you. We want to let everybody know what you got going on. So if you have an activity going on in Fort Worth or anywhere here in North Texas and you want to get the word out, hit us up on Instagram, our DMs. There's a little audio microphone you can click on and leave your message, and we will play it on the show. You just go to Fort Worth Roots on Instagram is the best way to do that. You can also, for those of you that don't have Instagram or don't want to use it, you can also email an audio clip to Fort Worth Roots. What is it? Media at fortworthroots.com. This is kind of early even for me.
Oh, yeah.
All right, folks, that's enough out of us. Thank y'all so much for listening as you float through outer space on the back of a giant sea turtle. We hope that you will choose love and gratitude every chance you get. Till tomorrow, folks. Good day.
Every day in the morning.